Hello, I'm Phil Story, a network detective from Sydney, Australia. I wanted to do this quick video just to show you how to set up NetData Lite ready to use on your Windows PC. If you received your copy of NetData Lite from me, I would have sent you a Dropbox link. I'm recording this in August 2020. That may change in the future, but however you got your copy, you will have a couple of zip files, and in my case I include some documentation as well. So what we want to do is start with the zip files. So there's a runtime here with DLLs in it, and what we want to do is create a new folder. So I'm going to create a new folder called NetData Lite in my documents directory. So now we've got that empty folder. I can come over here, Control A, I'll just drag them across. When that's done, I'll go to the NetData Lite zip file. Now this will vary over time as new releases come out, and essentially it's a new executable, and we'll grab those. If you got it from me, it'll be called NetData Lite PS, that's just my initials, and I'll explain why that's relevant in a second. The last thing is in the folder there's a docs directory, so while we're here let's just copy that into the directory. So our docs are there, and we look in the docs and there's some instructions from Measure IT, the developer of NetData. I'll leave that for you. And there's also a hints and tips PDF that I created, and that's basically, we've got these setup instructions which we're going to follow now. Notice that you could have put the executables and DLLs on a USB stick, and you'd have essentially a portable version that you can take to your clients and run the analysis on their machines if you wanted to. Now that we've got our NetData Lite directory, the next step, or I recommend anyway, is to right click on the executable and send to desktop as a shortcut. And if I just now minimize these, get them out of the way. Now we see we've got a new shortcut. I'm going to just put that up there and just rename it to make it look a bit neater. Just call it NetData Lite. Now we have that icon, we can double click it and NetData will launch. Now the very first time you do it, you'll get this license conditions, and you need to agree to those. Notice that you're free to NetData Lite to your friends and colleagues. Now that NetData is running, we look in the help about NetData, and what we see here, there's the Measure IT contact details, but there's also this little business card for me, which I just I think is quite cute. That's why my initials are in the executable. There's the NetData Pro entry here that you can look at and compare the different versions. I won't bother spending too much time on that, just because that'll vary over time, but it's always there for you to go and have a look at. NetData Lite's ready to go. It's actually running, and one way of running a PCAP analysis is to simply grab the PCAP file and drop it in this area. And when you do that, it runs the analysis. It builds a database of all the things that we're interested in. And in this case, because it's a relatively simple capture, it's popped up all of the main chart types. So there's the visualization, and it's a little bit daunting at first. So stay tuned for the next videos. And what I plan to do is a separate video and run through using each of the main chart types. So here's just a little page describing NetData. I'll leave that for you to read, but the general idea is that by using these various graphical charts, you're able to or uncover the underlying cause of performance or network problems quite readily. And before I sign off, there's my contact details. Feel free to get in touch or email me if you'd like to get your own copy if you haven't got NetData already. Alright, bye for now, and stay tuned for the next videos.